Well, hi, everybody. Today we have something very important to talk about. It's talking about how to be safe around other people who are following the same rules that we need to follow. Specifically, we want to talk about how to be safe around traffic and roads. And if we ever get into a situation where there is an emergency, what do we do? It's important that you're prepared for these things. So we're going to start today by talking about some traffic signs that you will come across both as a rider in a car, but also as someone who's walking around or riding a bike. Let's begin with the stop sign. You all know the stop sign. Whenever you see a stop sign, that means stop, and it's there for good reason. If you go through a stop sign, someone may very well get hurt. This is a walk signal. A walk signal has a little light of a person walking. When that light is on at a busy crosswalk in a city, that means that it's safe to walk, but only if you look both ways before you cross the street. This is the don't walk signal. When that red hand is up, do not cross a street. Stay safely on the sidewalk until it gives you the walk signal. Even if there's no traffic coming, a don't walk signal is important. We don't want to walk across the street if the don't walk signal is on, because if we were to trip and fall, the cars coming have a green light, and if they're not paying attention to the road in front of them, something bad could happen. This is a crosswalk sign. We know that we cross the street only at street corners. In busier circumstances in cities, they'll have a crosswalk sign. That crosswalk sign is there to tell the drivers, hey, look out, there may be a person standing here who needs to cross the street. A yield sign is kind of like a stop sign. If you see a yield sign, then you need to stop and let any cars or people or bikes go ahead of you, and then you may go. Yield means you let the person go first. It's kind of like a nice way of helping people out too. One way. One-way signs tell you which way to go. Don't go the other way because everyone else is going that way. Do not enter signs. Be sure you don't cross a do not enter sign and keep on going. If you see a do not enter sign, you need to turn around and go back the way you came. This is an important sign. This means railroad crossing. It's where trains come down a track. A railroad crossing sign is where a road crosses a train track. If you see this sign, you need to be very careful that you look both ways down the track. Make sure that you don't hear a train coming, and make sure you don't see a train coming. If there are gates that come down with lights and bells, never cross the train tracks. Those mean a train is very close, and you don't want to be crossing train tracks when a train comes because they cannot stop quickly. Whenever people walk on the sidewalk or drive on the road, they have to follow rules to stay safe. If we all follow the same set of rules, everyone has a great chance of staying safe. When one or more people don't follow these important safety rules, there is a very good chance someone will get hurt. Knowing and following these rules allow car drivers, bike riders, and walkers to be safe. Let's watch a little video to remind us what we do before we get to cross a road.
Before you cross the road,
Stop, look, and listen before we cross any road. We never want to run out into a street without stopping or enter a street between cars or from behind trees or bushes. You can see views here of what a car driver might see driving down a road with a lot of parked cars. It would be very difficult for that driver to see anybody behind or between any of these cars. When we're walking on or near a road, we need to think about what the drivers may see or may not see. We can't just think about us. We need to think about what they see because they're driving cars that could hurt us. Trees and bushes are similar, even around sidewalks like this one. If I was riding a bike down this sidewalk and a person walked out behind a tree, I don't know that I would have time to stop. So make sure you're thinking about other people. Cross streets at corners and crosswalks. Don't cross streets in the middle of the road. Crossing a street could be dangerous if you're not being safe. Cross streets at corners and crosswalks as shown here. Safety first. When we think about riding in a car, we need to remember that children who are shorter than 4 feet 9 inches tall should be riding in a car seat or booster seat. Kids who are 4 feet 9 inches or taller can use a seatbelt without a booster seat or car seat. That booster seat picks you up a little bit so the seatbelt fits you properly. All children 12 years and younger should ride in the back seat of a car if the car has a back seat. The reason why is because we don't want a child to be injured by an airbag. If the car were in an accident, airbags pop out and they save older, taller people, but they do not help. They actually hurt younger and smaller people. If your car doesn't have a back seat, like a pickup truck, say, then that's okay. Those cars have an adjustment on them that will not allow the airbag to pop out in the case of an accident. Bike helmets. A bike helmet should fit straight on your head and it should fit snugly. The chin strap should hang just enough for you to feel it when you're yawning. Wear a bike helmet anytime you're riding a bike, a skateboard, rollerblades, horse, or an ATV. That's how we help to keep ourselves safe. Now let's talk about what to do in an emergency. Emergencies are situations where someone is hurt or in danger, and we need the help of people like fire people, police, or EMTs, ambulance drivers. There's a difference between emergencies, where someone isn't breathing, or someone has broken a bone, or someone's burned in a fire, and non emergencies, like someone scraped a knee or a cat in a tree. An emergency can be seen, like a car accident or someone falling. It can be heard, like a loud crash, a scream, or it can be smelled, like gas fumes. If you're in an emergency situation, stay calm. Do your best to stay calm and dial 911. It's important to give your name, your address or where you are, describe what's around you, and tell them what's wrong. Be sure you speak loud enough to be heard and speak clearly. Always stay on the line to be certain the operator has all the needed information. In our homes and in public places, there are alarms and warnings that may go off in order to alert us and let us know that something is wrong. In school, we practice these in something called drills. Fire drills, tornado drills, and lockdown drills are practiced so that we're prepared for an emergency. Don't be scared by the drills. Instead, know that we're doing them so that you can be confident that you and all of your buddies know what to do in the case of an emergency. Remember, staying calm, knowing what to do, and thinking ahead are the keys to success when we're talking about emergencies. Thanks a lot for listening today.